I cover the scholarship program here as one of the coaches, so I only get to really see from 16 to 18, 19 and obviously now the first team. But what we've got here is honestly unbelievable. So the way and the pathway that the boys have got is clear. You've got lads that have joined this season. It's their first year in the scholarship program, but they've already got their eyes set on knowing what could be if they perform day in, day out. So if you compare that to like a professional academy like Millwall, like we're talking about, yeah, there's similarities there, 100%. You're talking a pedigree of coaches in terms of how many years they've been in the game for, the level they've coached at and their understanding of the game. That gives the boys the best opportunity straight away. And then now obviously with the first team, the pathway's so clear because we've got first team coaches that are also involved with the scholarship program. So it's not like you're picking or choosing a player from the scholarship program that you don't know nothing about. Everyone knows everything about everyone. So yeah, it's really easy to see a pathway from a 16, 17-year-old boy that's really performing day in, day out, that he can then step up and go into men's football. Yeah, so two fantastic kids first and foremost. Two lads that just want to learn every day, want to improve and probably have that hunger that I had as a kid at that age, which is really nice to see and obviously really nice to coach. But in terms of their football ability, yeah, brilliant. Because they get the best of both worlds, obviously. They need to learn and improve every day. So training with myself, obviously trying to give them the best knowledge that I possibly can on a day-to-day basis, but then putting them in an environment where it's probably nothing that they're used to because you're training with men, people that are older, stronger, more physical. And you can see the benefits already because them having a few training sessions with the first team, opening their eyes to what it will be like in a couple of years' time for them to then come back and train with myself. You can see straight away that they've come out of their shell and they've learned stuff that they probably wouldn't learn under me because of the players that are around them. I think it just comes down to seeing it with my own eyes, doing it myself, and then just giving them information that probably other people can't. Like I said before, I'm lucky enough to be in a coaching environment with other coaches that have done a lot more than me in the coaching game. However, I can bring my aspects to different sides of it, like I was a scholar before, I've come through the system and I understand it. So the players are getting the best of both worlds because they're getting the understanding and the learning from coaches that know the game inside out. And then we've also got coaches that have played at a really good level and can probably give them a bit more information on different sort of sides because we've played. I think it's the highs and lows. Obviously, when you're 16 to 18, there's so many highs, of course, because you're in an opportunity to then kick on and be a footballer, a professional footballer at that time. But then it comes with a lot of lows and people don't see that side of it, and that's probably like the work ethic. You're talking about you dedicating your life, so things outside of football, you're leaving school, your mates all want to go out, they want to do this, want to do that, and there's time you have to say no and hold back because you've got an opportunity that all your mates haven't. So yeah, it's about dedication for me. You get your highs, you get your lows, but as a 16 to 18-year-old, it's so important that you take them 2 years scholarship program by the scruff of its neck, because if that gets away from you, then you're going back 2 steps when you leave the program, because when you go into the first team environment or professional or semi-professional environment, if you haven't grasped what you had for them 2 years, then you're just going to go back down. 100%, because you're thrown in the deep end. Like, I've gone from playing against boys that are my own age, knowing that, right, I'm probably the best player on the pitch today, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, to then going into a first team environment where you're playing against players that have played at the highest level, that are bigger, stronger, fitter than you, and know the game inside out. And obviously with the expectation levels of the club and then the crowds, you don't get that from under 18s football. So yeah, there was a lot to take in a short space of time. But again, this is what people got to understand. When you leave school and then you're aiming to be a footballer, you've got to take all this on board. It's not just playing football on the pitch. I think don't be too high, don't be too low. I think there was definitely loads of times when I was 18, 19 playing first team football that mistakes are made, red cards, bad games. And there was a lot where I went home and I felt really, really low, and then it affected me for a long period. So for me, you just got to take each game as it comes. As soon as the game's done, digest it, go through it, and then it's done. And then you're on to the next training session or next game, because there's plenty of opportunities. You're training every day, you're playing twice a week. There's plenty of opportunities to put the wrongs right. So yeah, definitely don't get too high, don't get too low. Over the last couple of years, 2-3 years, where I've had my injuries and I am where I am now because largely down to that. And for it to be taken away from me where I can't play every day, I can't play 2 games in a row and little things like that, it puts in perspective of, wow, when I was there and when I was doing that, didn't think how good it was at the time. So definitely the advice I give to the boys is enjoy every day. Enjoy the highs, enjoy the lows, enjoy the information that you're getting told, because it could all be gone with a click of your fingers. I think one of the best managers I ever played under was Neil Harris. He was massive on signing a good person first and foremost over just a really good footballer. And straight away I've took that on board. So with the boys I've got here, the scholarship program, obviously the recruitment side of it, which the other coaches do, they definitely will take a good person first and foremost and try and teach them the most they can, rather than just taking a good footballer who's not so much a good person. So you've got to have a fine balance in the both. But for me, I think it's about getting the boys to enjoy their environment first and foremost, making sure that they are good people, they are good teammates, they work for each other, and that's when you get the best out of people. So for myself and the team that I actually coach, is trying to make them individuals better people, because if they do that first and foremost, then they'll be a real team unity and they can go on and perform better things. Well, for me, I think first and foremost comes down to manners straight away. Don't cost nothing to have manners. And just people that want to learn and want to improve and can ask you things you can have a good relationship with. They can take the negative comments, they can take the positive comments, and just really want to learn and improve. And you can see the differences between players that come in and have got really good talent and they're just there for themselves and then off they go, compared to other kids that might not have their talent, but are willing to learn, willing to listen, willing to take constructive criticism, and then can take positives as well. And you can see them players there probably involved further than the ones that just want to come in and just do it individually. Well, yeah, I take a lot of coaching sessions with people involved. So over the last year, I've seen him grow as a really young lad to now turning into a man. The ceiling's so high for him, but again, that comes down to probably what he now understands is how he has to be as a person first and foremost, because he always had the ability. You probably don't mind me saying this, last year he was late all the time, never turned up to sessions, never direct with coaches and stuff like that. Always had the talent. Where this year he spun it round and he's the first in the door. He's the last to leave, he wants to learn all the time. And you've just seen him grow from a really talented kid who potentially could be good to a player now that, like you just said, has signed his first contract at Greenwich Borough, and he's got a really, really high ceiling. So I'm really, really pleased for him. And that should be a marker for all the other lads, because he's not had it the easy way. He's had his highs, he's had his lows, but he's now got the potential to go on and play a lot of football, and hopefully a lot higher as well. I think this year, since we've had the first team come in and it's there in place, a lot of boys understand now that this is not just a scholarship program and then 1 to 2 years is done, that they're off going doing their own thing. There's real bite and appetite to a lot of lads now coming in on a day-to-day basis, realising that they could be playing first team football, could start getting paid, and giving them the platform, if they do well enough, that they could kick on higher. Yeah, I think it's because of the amount of knowledge the coaching staff have. 100%. I think when you're at a professional academy, I think you've got the manager's vision, and it just filters all the way down. So a lot of coaches are sort of following what the first team manager would do, and then it will filter all the way down, which is a good thing, and which we do here in a certain way. But I think because there's so many coaches here with different knowledge, different career paths, and know the game inside out, I think there's so many voices here that can help and really improve a player. So yeah, I think that's definitely a positive and an added benefit of having so many coaches here, rather than having a coaching staff in a professional academy where they've all just got to say the same thing. No, definitely not this level, 100%. Me now seeing the game from a different side of view now, and more of a coach's point, not just a player's. You look at all academies and teams that are similar level to Greenwich Borough, and there's no one out there, I don't think, especially in the London area, that are as good as this. We've all got our sights set on doing the best we can for this football club, from a youth point perspective all the way to the first team, and we want to be pushing higher and higher and higher. We've got to produce players and give them as much information, as much support as possible, because we want to be pushing this club on. This is not us setting our sights and saying we're happy to be at step 6. This is us just laying the flooring down at the moment and going to try and get further up the league. You look at the facilities right now, the room we're sitting in, you're talking about outside, the development that's going on, the current sites that we have, different sites and the different links to different venues and stuff like that. We've got it all. So you've got obviously brand new pitches that are going on there. The site here, which is up and coming, is going to be absolutely fantastic and probably better than a lot of professional clubs. You've got AstroTurfs that boys can use. You've got smaller size pitches, like 5-a-side pitches, so you're getting the most out of the players. And there's never days where boys can't train because of the weather, because we're covered in all areas. So I think the facilities that we have as a club is honestly sky high. I just think the direction of the football club, the way it's going, I think I'll just have to explain where we've come from, and obviously our achievements and our goals that are coming up, because I don't think a lot of people will realise how big this project's going to be and how big this football club's going to be. Yes, it comes from within in terms of the coaches and the people that are in the door, but obviously you've just got to look at the facilities. And again, I'll go back to, you look at our facilities compared to professional football clubs, and this is topping a lot of teams.